Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, better late than never is all I'm going to say. So I know that it is now January and I still have yet to do my wrap up for my advent calendar that I did before Christmas. I was going to do it on Christmas Eve, but we had some different change of plans with our family Christmas sort of celebration, and Christmas Eve ended up being even more busy than Christmas Day, so this video didn't get made. But I'm doing it now, so I'm going to sort of mash together my advent calendar wrap up and my December Sipdowns because they sort of cross over a lot, so I thought that would be appropriate. So I will go ahead and link the video to the original advent calendar, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you're new to my channel, or if you're new to watching my tea videos, then you will know what I'm talking about. But I did a tea advent calendar to sort of sip down some of my collection. I didn't sip down as many as I thought I was going to, but yes. Here are the teas that I had in my advent calendar in order, and there will be a picture of each of them. I made sure to do that every week to take a picture so that I would remember which ones were which. So the first one was from Whispering Pines, and it was the Pine Peak Keemun, and this was something I've had before and I really enjoyed. I just had been not having it, and there was literally one cup left, and so I had that one the first day and I was really excited to get that one right off the bat because it was delicious and I enjoyed it as I have enjoyed it before. The next one was, I don't know who the actual company is because I believe I got this in either a swap or a traveling tea box, but it was a Masala chai, and I ended up making a chai latte with that using almond milk and a little bit of sweetener, and it was so good. I don't know why I hadn't tried that one yet because it was like a perfectly portioned like tea packet of loose leaf tea for a chai latte, and I love chai lattes, so it was definitely good. I have no idea where to get it if I wanted to buy it again because I don't know the company. All right, the next one was from Mariage Freres or something like that. I'm really terrible. I took 4 years of French. You think that I could pronounce these things, but it was the Esprit de Noel, and it was so good. It tastes like Christmas in a cup, and I don't know why I was putting this one off. I think maybe because I knew that it was going to be sort of Christmassy and I didn't want to drink it like in the summer or the spring, and so I'd been putting it off, and then I totally forgot about it because I keep my little samples of tea in a completely different place than the rest of my tea, and so sometimes I just get bypassed. But this one was really good, and I still have, I think, maybe a cup or two left, so I'm going to try to enjoy those in January to sip that one down. The next one was from T2, and it was the chocolate mint, or chocolate, it was just like a chocolate chip mint. This was not very good. I don't know, I think I drank maybe 4 or 5 sips of it and then dumped it out. I did not enjoy this at all. I don't remember if this was a rooibos or not, but there was something about it that was just really off-putting. So 5 and 6 were both from Just Organics Tea, and the first one was the Just Marvelous Minty Green, and it was pretty good. I don't typically like mint teas. I've said this a million times, I feel like, but this one was really good. I liked it. I probably wouldn't get it again, but if you like mint green teas, then this one would probably be right up your alley. The next one was one that I've had several times since then because having it in the advent calendar reminded me just how much I enjoy it, and it was the Just Awesome Assam, and it's so good. It's definitely become my favorite black tea, along with the Titanic tea, so those two are like my top 2 black teas at the moment. So the next one was kind of a dud for me, and it was from Pukka, and it was a bag tea, and it was lemon, ginger, Manuka, honey. And I guess it's an herbal tea, and it's meant to make you feel good. I guess it's like it could be a sore throat tea. But I couldn't even stomach it. It looked really good and it smelled really good, but I took 1 sip of that and I was like, this is not going to happen. And I ended up dumping it out. I definitely would not purchase that one. 8 was from Steap, and it was a warm apple pie. I actually received this one in a swap with somebody from Steapster, and it was alright. It wasn't anything that I would probably get again, but it was definitely a good apple sort of cider tea. So number 9 was a tea that I got in the Try the World box, and I think it was the turkey box or the Rio box. I can't remember which one. But it's, I can't pronounce the tea company, but it was a Maracuja tea. Oh my goodness. And I was surprised at how much I enjoyed this one. Looking at it and thinking about Maracuja, because I use Maracuja oil like on my face, and I don't know, I just didn't think that it was going to taste good, but it sort of tasted like passion fruit tea. It was fruity, and I really enjoyed it, and I definitely think that that's one that I will keep drinking. I think it's a great sort of warm weather tea because it is fruity, so yeah, I definitely enjoyed that one way more than I thought I would. So 10 was a Terra tea, and it was pineapple upside down cake, and I got this one, I pulled this one out of a traveling tea box because I had heard good things about it and I was interested in it, and it was a black tea that was flavored, and it was okay. It definitely had that pineapple upside down cake flavor, but I don't know, it also had sort of like a burnt flavor to it or something that was slightly off-putting. So I am glad that I didn't buy this one to try it, and then I got to try it out of a swap box or out of a traveling tea box because it was alright, but nothing I would purchase again. Alright, so around day 11 is when things got a little sloppy or went a little haywire because I actually went to Disney World, and so I woke up on the morning of the 11th and I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be a black tea, that would be great, because I was up at like 4 in the morning to go to the airport, and I opened it and it was an herbal tea. It was Teavana's lemon apple pomegranate, which is a tea that I really enjoy when I just want to relax. But it didn't work out that way for that one, so I didn't end up trying that one on the 11th. I think I had it at some point while I was in Disney. Then the second day, which was the 12th, I opened up the Harney and Sons Chamomile, and I don't know about you guys, but when I go to Disney World, especially with my dad, and this was just a trip of me and my dad, we are in the park from like open to close basically, and so I don't need chamomile tea to fall asleep because I am almost asleep on the bus on the way back to the hotel. So I didn't end up drinking that one while I was down there either, but I do know that I really enjoy the Harney and Sons Chamomile. It's just a straight chamomile, and it's nice, it's smooth, it's definitely better than a lot of chamomiles I've had. So on day 13 I opened up Butiki's Pineapple Cilantro Cream, and I was also surprised at how much I liked this one. I thought, oh man, this could go either way, and I had ordered it just because I wanted to try it, and they're closing down shop, so I wanted to make sure I got to try this one because it just sounded so wacky, and it's good. It's a little fruity, a little soapy. If you don't like cilantro leaf, you definitely will not like this tea. I enjoyed it, and I definitely thought that it was a good light tea. On day 14, I opened up a tea from Nina's Paris, and it was Demain, and I don't remember a lot about this one. I know this is one of the teas that I was sent a while back as just like a promotional sample or something, and I really don't remember a whole lot about it. I liked it, but that's pretty much all I can say. Then on day 15, I opened up the Zen Tea Bossa Nova Oolong, which is basically like a hazelnut tea, and it's really good. If you like hazelnut lattes or stuff like that, this is a really light hazelnut tea, and I really like this one. I am sort of getting to the point where I am ready to be done with it because I've had so much of it, but I consistently enjoy this tea. Day 16, I got Adagio's Yunnan Gold, which was a sample I got when I made an Adagio order, and it's a black tea, and it was really good. It was definitely a black tea that I would drink in the mornings, and it's not my favorite black tea from Adagio, but it was good. So day 17 was Octavia tea, chocolate chai tea, and I actually didn't try this one. This is the only one that I didn't get around to trying, and it was, I think because I wanted to make a chai latte with it, and I just never had time in the morning on the weekday, and I don't typically like to drink them just sort of like sitting around. Chai tea lattes are something I like to take on the go with me for some reason, probably because I'm used to getting them at Starbucks when I'm on the go. But I have not tried this one yet, but I hope to try it in January. Day 18 was the Butiki Tea's Hello Sweetie, and this is like a coconutty black tea, and it is very good. I got this one, I think I got a sample of it one time, or somebody sent me some of it, and I got to try it and I really enjoyed it, and so I ordered it before they ran out of it, and I'm glad I did, because this is definitely one that I have enjoyed every time I've had it, and I look forward to making sweet tea with it because I've heard that it is a good like iced sweet tea. Alright, so on day 19, this one I am not even going to try to pronounce because it's embarrassing when I do, but it was from 52 Teas, and it's a shumai, and it's sort of like a raspberry flavored tea, and I keep wanting to like this one because it sounds good, it smells good, but it never brews up right. I have tried it at different, like adjusting the temperature and the time, and I don't know, it ends up too kind of earthy, and there's not enough of that raspberry flavor that it smells like. So this one is definitely a miss for me, and I'm glad to be rid of it. So day 20, I got peach black tea from Adagio, and it's funny because I really thought this was the first tea that I had, and then I kept hoping that I was going to have it for like a week or two because I really wanted to try this one, and I ended up enjoying it. It definitely still isn't as good as the Republic of Tea peach black tea, but it was good. It definitely was up on that level. So day 21 was Cool Cucumber from DAVIDsTEA, and I received this one in a swap package from a Steapster friend, and I thought, that sounds like the weirdest thing. You'd think if they were going to make a cucumber tea that it would be like a green or a white tea, but no, it was a black tea, and it has actual dried chunks of cucumber in it, but it's really good. I think it has like a minty flavor to it too. That's where the Cool Cucumber comes from, but it's really good. It's one of those teas that smells really strange, but it's refreshing, and I have really enjoyed drinking it, and it's another one that I think would be really good iced. So we're coming to the end now. 22, I got the Teavana Jasmine Silver Needle tea, and I really enjoy this one. It's a good jasmine tea. It's definitely not on the level of Harney & Sons Jasmine Pearls. It's good, but I definitely think for the price especially, the Harney & Sons one is better. This one is a little bit overly kind of cloying with the jasmine, so that's the downside of this one, but it's nice, and I have been craving jasmine tea, and it's the only one I have, so what you gonna do? Okay, so I might have lied. The 23rd is also a tea I didn't get around to trying, and it is Butiki Tea's Creamy Eggnog, and I've had this tea before and I really didn't like it, and so I think that contributed to why I have not had it yet, even though it was in my advent calendar, and I don't know, I need to try it again. I remember it being super eggy and not liking it. But then I tried Butiki's eggnog and pralines, and I thought that one was fantastic. And so I'm hoping maybe I did something wrong the first time, so maybe I'll have to try that one today. And the last one was something I am in no way going to try to pronounce, but it is a Russian black tea that I got out of a traveling tea box from Steapster, and I was just really, really intrigued by this, and it smelled really great. And it was a fantastic, just like rich, deep black tea, and I kind of loved that it was what I had for the 24th, because it was probably right there at the thing that I needed to get myself through Christmas Eve. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this, and I think I might do it again next year because it was really fun to like run in here and pull off my my little bag and see what tea I got that day. That was really fun, and I enjoyed doing that a lot. So now on to the teas that I actually finished in December, and the first couple of them are from my advent calendar. So the first one is that Masala chai that I talked about that I got early on. It was really good. I also finished Pine Peak Keemun, which was the very first one that I got. chocolate chip mint, I finished that one, and by finished I mean I had the cup that I had in my advent calendar and then I dumped the rest of it out because there was probably only a cup left and I knew I was never going to drink it. I finished warm apple pie. I finished pineapple upside down cake. I finished Demain. I actually ended up drinking 2 cups of this and I still don't remember it, so I don't know what that tells you about it. And then I finished the Just Marvelous Minty Green. And then the last one that I finished, super sad. I finally finished my sachets of the Titanic blend, and yep, I'm gonna miss this one. I definitely will be making another Harney & Sons order in the near future. Maybe not in the next 3 months, but definitely before the end of 2015, so I have a whole year to order more. I'm definitely going to miss it though. This was one of my favorite black teas ever, and it was convenient having it in little sachets because, I don't know, it was my like go-to if I was traveling and I knew I wanted to take a black tea. I would take this because it was sachet, and because I knew that no matter what mood I was in, if I wanted a black tea, this was going to suit my need. Alright, so that was my December sip down and my Advent tea wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have tried any of these teas, I would love to hear what you thought of them. And if you did anything like this, definitely tell me about it because, yeah, I hope I have inspired you to drink down some of those teas that have been sitting on your shelf for a while, because some of these were definitely on my shelf for far longer than they should have been.